What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dtlf back with another episode of Around the League, man. Summertime edition. You guys know that we got to break it down for you guys all summer long, man. Very excited to bring back these key guests, man. Let's start with my guy WSN, man. What's up, brother?
What's up, boss? How you doing? Thanks for having me on again.
Good, man. Always a pleasure. And it ain't the show if we don't bring in Empire Jeff, man. It's your empire, bro. It's your world. We just living in it. How you doing?
I'm good. But nah, make no mistake. This is your world. We're just participating, man. Happy to be here. What's up, WSN?
What's up, boss?
And then, of course, the OG himself, man, Mees.
Yes, sir.
I think he's been on more shows than I have.
I was about to say, come and think of it. I think it's Mees' world. We're just
yeah. But how y'all doing today, man? Y'all ready to dive into some basketball talk? We got the NBA Finals. We got free agent rumors already, even though free agency hasn't hit. Trade rumors, all that good stuff. So we're going to break it down. But I got to start with Jovan Bua. Hopefully I didn't butcher his name. Out of The Athletic. Is coming out here reporting that the Lakers are likely to keep that 17th pick, but that could change if the right trade becomes available, including a team enticing offer for the Lakers to trade back later into the draft. Okay, the Lakers have done this before with the Kyle Kuzma trade a couple years back. They got a couple picks, and then with Kyle Kuzma, and I believe Josh Hart, if I'm not mistaken. Now, question is, would you prefer to trade for a veteran or keep the pick? Or trade back in the draft? If you guys are enticed by anybody, let me know. Let's start with Mees, man. What you thinking, bro? What do you prefer?
Man, personally, I think with the depth that we had this year, I'm not really big on big sizable moves per se. I like to keep the continuity, and I'll be cool with adding a young stud to this roster because once LeBron is gone, there'll be room for him to kind of come up into the fold with the rest of the cast. So I'm cool with keeping the pick first.
Okay. Keep the pick first. Keep building on that youth. All right, Empire Jeff, talk to me, bro.
It's hard to say what I would want to do with the pick until I know what their forecast of what they're trying to do this season. If they're looking to sign and trade D'Lo, keep D'Lo, depending on how those pieces line up in their mind. I like the Lakers' position this summer, next summer, and the summer after this, so they're not handcuffed by the incoming CBA. So they could do a couple of different things, man. They could trade back and get some more draft capital. Let's say the guy that they really like. The Lakers are really good at finding someone later. Maybe the guy that they really like, they don't need to take him at 17. Maybe they know they can get him at like 25, 26, right? So maybe they, split that up, get some more, or maybe they shock people and move up and get something a little earlier. So I don't really know because I don't know what they're trying to do with the pieces that they currently have. So I'm gonna split the middle right now and say keep it at 17 for now.
Okay, that's a fair take. And listen, if the Lakers can get somebody like let's say a Derek Lively a little bit later in the draft, and they could trade back and get 2 picks, I'm sure Rob Pelinka would jump at that in a heartbeat. WSM, bro, what you prefer, man?
I mean, I kind of tend to I kind of agree with Jeff. It's kind of dependent on what we decide to do in the summer. Like I kind of want to see what we'd want to like, what we're trying to do, who we're keeping, who we're trading, so all that stuff. But I'd rather keep it, to be honest with you. If you're asking me like what I'd rather do, I'd rather keep that pick. I mean, Max Christie, he's got it all, man, and I don't think anybody expected him to be that good, but he's come out. He looks like he's gonna be a solid defender, and keeping him and Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura for me has kind of been like the priority. So
now,
yeah,
is there any trade out there, right, that piques your interest if it includes that, like? I've heard rumors all week about Miles Turner right now. We've been hearing about Miles Turner for years, so there's nothing new there. But is there any piece that piques your interest and that will make you say, yes, we got to give up that pick and whatever else is required to get this piece in return this summer for our Lakers? Any pick at all? And let's start with Empire Jeff.
I would probably say I don't see a pick out there that I'd move the pick for. Right now, but it's probably because if the Lakers do move the pick, it's going to be a move that no one sees coming. So the things that they're talking about there, like the Miles Turner, the Buddy Hield, that's a lot of money to take on there. And if you're trying to bring these other guys back, I would probably choose Turner over Buddy in that situation. We've seen this movie too many times of trade for the shooter. He gets here and forgets how to shoot. So that stretch big rebound shot blocking guy next to AD is probably a priority. But I think if they do move that pick, it's going to be something that comes out of nowhere and something I haven't even thought of yet. So I don't know what's really out there, what they're looking at, but the Lakers typically operate that way. They let the media speculate this, that, and the third, and then they just come in the other door and be like, "Ha, got your ass," and do something else. So
that is fucking true.
So like the buddy contract is a little disgusting to me. I don't really love it. It's more money than Beasley, and if he shows up and plays like Beasley, and then that's even more disgusting. So I'll probably prioritize the Turner one. I understand in the buddy one they could probably swap picks in that. And like I said, if the Lakers see someone later in the draft that they want, and they can get Buddy and keep a first round pick, a guy they like that they would take at 17, I could see something like that. But for that money, I don't think so.
Right. Yeah. You know what? It'd be really hard to figure out some sort of a trade, but you never know. Sometimes, like you said, it's moves we don't see coming, from left field or something. A name we weren't talking about, nobody was thinking about it, and then boom, it smacks you right in the kisser, man. WSN, what are you thinking, bro? Anybody intrigues you, like as far as prospect goes? You got your Kyries of the world, you got your Trae Youngs, like anybody really?
Definitely, you know me. I'm a Kyrie guy. I feel like Kyrie's like the number one guy on my list. I mean, I just think I know Jeff doesn't agree with me on this. A lot of people don't. Most Laker fans don't. But I mean, I think if we're able to get our hands on a Kyrie, I think he's like a momentum changer. Like when the other team goes on a 10-0 run, he can stop that. He can go match him with another 10-0 run, man. When the offense gets kind of stagnant, he's able to find a way to get a couple baskets. And with basketball, you know how it is. You make 2-3 baskets in a row, all of a sudden the momentum shifts. And when LeBron James and AD get hurt, I mean, we're gonna need that one guy. But obviously, it comes with, if we're able to keep Rui and Austin Reeves, I don't think the salaries would work. And for that, I'd rather keep Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. But if there's a way where we can somehow keep Austin and Rui and acquire Kyrie Irving, D'Lo, you can get out of there. That pick, you can get out of there.
Slingshot his ass out of there, huh?
Bye-bye.
I feel you,
Bye-bye.
man. Damn, my man went from ice in his veins to frozen in the Western Conference Finals, bro. That's tough. Now, Mies. Surprise me, bro. Shock the world right now.
Yeah,
what trade package you got? You're the GM, bro. What trade package you got in the works right now that's going to shock the world? Man, talk to me.
If I'm gonna shock the world, I'm gonna be real, because my man Dom ain't here. LeBron got to go. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. My dream right off the top, man, is if I can somehow pull a miracle and get Brandon Ingram back to pair him with AD and LeBron in his 21st season. My thing is, I've seen all I need to see from LeBron and AD situation. This is their 4th year together, and because of coaching, we still don't even have a 2-man game from them to get buckets in the clutch. I've seen all I need to see from those two, and I want Brandon Ingram back here in a heartbeat and build the youth around him and AD. That's if I'm gonna shock the world. I'm gonna get up.
Listen, you didn't just shock the world, bro. You pulled out the sniper rifle.
Hey, you know what I mean?
Hall of Famer, bro. You went right for the jugular.
That's crazy.
That's great.
And also, take us down.
And also on top of that, because I don't see, we've already seen some unprecedented ball playing from LeBron. What are we expecting in year 21? I see by maybe another 60, 65 games. It's going to be a lot of missed games again. Continuity, we've kind of maxed that duo, and I want to get my man BI back here with this nucleus, man. If I could do that, I'm doing.
Wow. Okay, let me recalibrate really quick, because I did not expect my man to come out here and go rogue on us.
I did
not expect that.
Okay, so look, the reason I think that's not a realistic scenario, though, I will say this: that would be crazy if that ever happened. But the reason I don't think it's a realistic scenario, because I don't remember the last time a superstar like LeBron James got traded ever. The only way I could see the rebuild start early is if LeBron really said, you know what, I'm going to retire, maybe take a couple years off, heal the foot, come back when my son comes back, wherever he comes back. That's the only way I could see that scenario happening, where we start the rebuild early. Other than that, brother, I think Jeannie Buss already gave us like a sneak peek of what we're going to get in the future. More LeBron, more Darvin Ham. And I feel like, if anything, I feel like my man WSN's scenario of getting Kyrie is more realistic than trading LeBron. And they're both kind of a little far-fetched right now, But you just never know. But I'll say this: I understand where you're coming from. There's a lot of fans like you who think like you. I talk to on the daily who want to go young, want to start fresh, want to get our identity back. They feel like we lost our identity to LeBron and clutch. I am in the middle, right? I agree with you guys to a certain aspect. Where yes, it would be nice to get some young talent in here. But it also, we're knocking on heaven's gates, man. We've made it to the Western Conference Finals. And if you're paying attention to this finals, we've been in every single game. And we were just lacking a little bit, man. If it wasn't for a couple of injuries, maybe some more role players stepping up, we might have been the ones in the finals being up 1-0 right now, right? So I think we're actually a couple of tweaks away from running it back and actually getting to the title, getting to the finals, rather than, blowing it all up and having to start from scratch. But that's just my opinion. But I like the hot take. My man brought it, man. He pulled it out of the oven. No mittens. No mittens.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And
Dom, I'm sorry. I love Dom. I love Dom.
And W said, I'm not against Kyrie. So that's why I don't disagree with you. But my thing with Kyrie is just Dallas is not going to play nice with that. They're not going to help facilitate that. So without them being involved, I just don't see a path that we'll be happy about a year from now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. That's why I said.
So,
that's why I said like the salaries and everything. It's not going to match. And Mark Cuban, we know how he is, man.
So it's not like I don't like Kyrie. I wouldn't want him here. Right. But it's just the path to get him is just not realistic right now in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. No, I feel you guys, man. And again, this can go one of two ways. It depends on which direction the front office is going to take. But I think the draft is going to tell us a lot about that. Now, I do have a bonus question here from Twitter from our good friend Ontario himself, man. All right. Now he is not pulling any mittens off the oven or whatever. But listen, he said, "Is there any chance of us getting Brook Lopez or Naz Reid?" All right, I'll let Mees answer this one since he he came in with the hot takes.
I got to do it. And tell I love you, Dom. I love you like a cousin, man.
Love, Dom.
My thing with one, Naz Reid, he's a beast, and he would fit effortlessly in the situation. But I feel like we have a version of that and a younger version of the Brook Lopez with Mo Bamba, who didn't get no run this year, and I can't really see. We've been wanting him in the starting lineup next to AD all year. We wanted Thomas Bryant next to AD all year. Coach is still like, no, I don't really see how his game plan is going to change from that next year to where we have a Twin Towers. Because if we did, we would have had that in the last round and been sitting here in the finals. And that's where I still got an issue that I'm taking to the grave right there. It's like I don't see him switching up on that philosophy. We got Mo Bamba, and if he can't find a way to use him, good luck with Brook Lopez. That's kind of how I'm feeling. I still got an nasty taste in my mouth over this last series.
So what my guy is telling me is that if we land Stanley Johnson, he's starting at center, right? This is what you're telling me. We're going small ball with Stanley the Manly. That's what you're saying,
man. Facts.
Man, you know what? I really hope Coach Darvin Ham learns from the last couple of series, because you're right, man. Look at success will be your guide. Look what Denver is doing with all that size, man. They're punishing teams down low. Did you guys see Aaron Gordon looking like an all-star out there yesterday, man? Come on. Shout out to Mike Malone for taking basketball back where it belongs, in the paint, damn it. Because everybody's out here shooting threes and half-court shots, getting all cute. Listen, you don't have Steph Curry. That's not the blueprint. That's not the way to go, right? So, you know what? To your point, man, I would love for us to go big again. Just ask everybody's girl, man. Size matters, right? It absolutely matters. So we got to make sure that, we utilize it in the postseason. But you're right, man. That's a great point. I didn't think of that. Ontario, man. Hopefully that answers your question. Now I got to ask Jeff, do you think there's a chance, man? You've been looking at the CBA, so you know a little bit more than us, just a little bit more. Do you think there's any chance that the Lakers could get somebody like Brook Lopez or Naz Reid under the current cap situation?
Yes, they could. The thing is one thing about it though, Mees, keep in mind one thing. Bamba, Bryant, those guys, Brook Lopez is all defense. You know what I mean? So it's like he's gonna play. It's not the same comparison. You get what I mean? So he can stretch the three, he can defend, he can rebound, and he's got a post game. So he's a complete player. So we're playing. He's a legitimate big to play alongside AD. You get what I mean? So like I think if they did sign him, I think they would not only play him, they'd start him. So I think it's a little different when you think of that. And again, it depends where their books end up. So the Lakers will have one of two exemptions to use this year: one at 5, one at around 12, depending on how things line up. Naz Reid is probably gettable at that, but I don't think I like Nas, but at the end of the day, what does he really solve that hurt us this year? You know what I mean? Transition defense and post defense. He's not that great of a defender. He's an offensive big. We have an offensive big. You know what I mean? And in 80s, offense and defense. But I think like a Brook Lopez or something like that, or a Miles Turner would be a better fit than a Nas Reid would. And I think they're more attainable. But Brook Lopez would definitely be gettable, and there's a path there. Now, Brook this is probably his last contract for decent money. He's coming off all NBA defense. He might want a 2 to 3 year deal. He's 35 years old. I don't think the Lakers go out 3 years. I don't see the Lakers going past 2 years for anyone. They're going to keep everyone in that Bron, AD, and Coach Ham timeline. So if they, outside of that, you're looking at maybe the max they can give is maybe 25.5 for Lopez. Maybe he takes that. Nas Reid would be a decent signing, but I just don't know. I think this is the same type of guy that we'll be mad at next summer because he's not doing what we need. We want him now because we saw him get buckets, but we have a big bucket getter. You get what I mean? We need a like a dirty work big. You know what I mean? Like an upgrade, like a mix between what we had with Tristan Thompson and Dwight in 2020. Someone not as old as Dwight and as old as Tristan's really not that old. He's got a lot of miles, but someone a little younger and a little bit more bounce, I think is what we need. But yes, we can. There is a path to get Lopez or Nas Reid, but there's going to be competition for them.
Okay, I like your take, man. You basically broke it all down better than ESPN right now for us.
Sorry, it was long. It was long, but I was trying to cover.
My man said there's a path, but these are the fits, and this is what I think, and I love it. He got straight to the point. Listen, I like Brook Lopez, but you're right. He's a fucking dinosaur in NBA in mileage. This guy is extinct, man. 35 years of age. He already walks like he got a stick up, where. So like is he gonna be able to get up and down with LeBron and AD? That's my biggest question with him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe backup minutes would be great. A little bit starting, and then you stagger his and AD's minutes, and now you have a backup rim protector. Maybe. But the reason I like personally Nas Reid is because this dude can switch multiple positions. I know he's not an elite defender and he's a little undersized, but he can switch multiple positions. He can keep the defense honest with his floor spacing. And I think he has a motor similar to how Montrezl Harrell had it, where he can at least put pressure, right? And he's somebody, Coach Darvin Ham, he loves his tweeners with his, 4 out, 1 in offense. So this is more likely somebody he will play rather than if we, keep Mo Bamba and go that route. I like Mo's potential, but one thing I'll say about Mo is he didn't show us the discipline in his short stint that we had him, right? That he can maybe buy into a role long term and stick. So I'm not even sure if they're going to bring him back, right? We're already hearing rumors that they might not.
Yeah, to be fair, he was literally hurt. Literally off the top when we got him, and a lot of people were screaming at him, play him, but they just weren't announcing that he was hurt. He wasn't. Right. He couldn't even play if they wanted to put him in. So if everyone that was screaming at Ham over that, the guy wasn't available. You know what I mean?
I was one of them screaming, bro.
We didn't know, so it's no one's fault for doing that. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's no one's fault. They didn't put the information out there, so that's their fault. You know what I mean? So we were using the information we thought we had. They were kind of playing games with that, and that's what happened.
Right. My biggest issue with Coach though was that he had some tools there, Tristan included, a veteran, NBA veteran, and we didn't see it to the last game. And when we saw it, we got really pissed off because we were like, this is what we imagined could potentially make an impact in the long run. But we just saw such a small sample size that we don't even know that would have been sustainable throughout the season.
Yeah, that's my point too.
Right?
Yeah, you just don't know.
So there's so many question marks still with Darvin, man. I see my guy WSN shaking his head. Tell us, bro, what do you think was the biggest mistake? What do you think was the biggest mistake Darvin Ham made in the Western Conference Finals?
Oh my God! I mean, it took him long enough.
He's like, where do I start?
It took Darvin long enough to start Rui. I think he started in what, 3rd or 4th game.
Yeah.
It takes him so long to make adjustments, and I know people do say like, well, he's gotten a lot better. I think Darvin Ham is like, when he's good, he's great, and when he's bad, man. I mean, that was the issue for me with Darvin all season. I wasn't a big fan of his rotations. I mean, I understand thinking that D'Lo will be disengaged if you take him out the starting lineup, bro, but we have no choice. Because the moment you take him out, and if we do make it to the finals, I'm not saying that taking D'Lo out and putting him on the bench is going to help us achieve, make it to the NBA Finals. But let's say you do make it to the NBA Finals. You never know, bro. He would be starting. You never know. And then he may redeem himself. So it's like when you're a coach, bro, you can't be like player favoritism. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he did it with Russ. Took him long enough to put Russ on the bench. He did the same thing with D'Lo. It took him long enough, and it took him long enough to bring Rui off the bench and put him in the starting lineup. So that's my issue with Darvin Ham, man. I mean, I seen him. He definitely got better. I'll give him that. He's definitely gotten better. He's definitely got wiser. He definitely got better with his timeouts. Rotations have gotten better, but I think at the end of the day, bro, he's still got a lot to learn.
Man, I feel you on that. And to add to that, bro, he made me think like a stand-up comedian, which is really messed up. And you don't ever want to. But while I was watching the series, I was like, man, why didn't the goddamn bullet finish the job? Like,
Oh,
I was pissed off, bro. But I
Damn.
didn't mean it. It's just
Damn.
like that's how mad I
Oh,
was, bro,
shit.
watching
Let me-
Darvin Ham's rotations, bro.
Act
But
like
I
this is
definitely
holy
didn't mean
water,
that.
bro.
Definitely didn't mean that. You know, a stand-up comedian mindset goes to the worst
Man.
part, bro. It's like
That's
I was
it.
really
That's my
pissed off.
dog.
Yo,
It's
I
jokes.
was
It's
really
jokes.
pissed off watching this guy lack of adjustments, man. They really he was like Franklin the Turtle out there with his adjustments, bro. It took 3 games to even start Rui. You know what I mean? When I think a lot of people saw that after the first game, this guy might be key to the series, right? So, but then again, he's the coach. You know, hands off. He's the coach. Let's hope he improves. That's all we can say about that, right?
And one thing to be mindful of too, like he could have been told from upstairs, like, you can't damage D'Lo. We want to resign him, or we want to trade that. Like, there could be marching orders from there too. We don't know. You know, it's hard if you're trying to resign this guy and you're down 3-0. Is benching a guy you're trying to resign worth it at that point? You know what I mean? So there's politics involved that you got to consider. It doesn't mean that maybe you shouldn't have done it earlier, but I think at some point they weighed the options of benching him now and potentially losing his interest. So, like I said, when they were saying losing, I didn't think they meant losing him for the series. I felt they meant like losing his trust in the organization and then letting him walk for nothing. So is what I think that's what they were.
Hey, you know, to chime in on that and what you're saying, Dan, because you know your boy was right there with you. My thing is also when it
wait. It was a brief moment, man. It was just like one game where I was really pissed off. But
these are still there. These are still there.
I had the rope, bro. I was because it's just from game one. My thing is when you're a professional coach, you have a staff. We got the fans. We've seen all the footage from the bubble championship. We all know what you're supposed to do against Denver, and you come out with the same lineup that you used against Golden State. That's three-star goal. You gift wrap the championship. And that's why I'm still feeling some kind of way, man. You cannot be a professional coach and make that decision coming in game one. You gift wrap the series on your boneheaded decisions. You can't do that. We know you go big against Denver. You came with 3-star small guards, got waxed in the first half, and came in the second half and did it again. I still got beef about that.
Yeah.
But and then just to close it out, my other issue is I'm still on the D'Lo train. The issue is it don't matter what point guard we get. With this dude is running 3 ball handling guards, any point guard we have is going to struggle. It don't matter who they are. So now we're trading an all-star D'Lo, who is a hell of a player. He's gonna go somewhere and average 22, and we're gonna be pissed about it. It is the coach. He is top through 10. My issues with this team. He killed D'Lo's confidence. D'Lo's gonna ball out, and they talking about Fred VanVleet. You know, hypothetical scenario. He come here and he's playing in the 3-guard lineup. He gonna struggle. He's making every point guard spot up shooters, bro. It don't matter what guard we get. It's gonna get the same result.
I think also that's one of the problems of playing with LeBron James is he's a lead. He's basically a lead guard, you know. And a lot of people, if you look at his career, you know, he's basically your point guard. You don't need a point guard. A lot of people have been talking about running Austin Reeves at the point. I mean, basically that would be LeBron at the point offensively, and he'd just be guarding the point guards, right? So part of that I can't fully blame on Darvin, but just the rotation adjustments, bro. I absolutely agree with you when it comes to that. Yeah. Like rotation, he needs to get better at that. And I hope
if I could.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, like, and the thing about that is, you know, with D'Lo, like, he did miss a bunch of open shots, but in terms of playing point guard, it's hard to play point guard when you're 6'9" small forward, 250-pound man wants to stand in the perimeter and wants the ball. Like, you see him on fast breaks. That's one thing that pissed me off about LeBron. Austin Reeves has the ball and he's running down the court, right? You got to run with him. You got to run with him, man. Don't stop and wait for the ball, bro. You're stopping the momentum, bro. Run with him. You don't need to be a point guard. You're 250 pounds. You got D'Lo. You got Shooter. You got Reeves. If you're going to start 3 guards, might as well use them like guards. Stop holding the ball. Stop jab stepping. Stop waiting till 3 seconds left to pass the ball out. Stop shooting threes. Like, stop trying to play like a point guard and play the way that you've been playing. In Miami, you were dominant inside the paint. Get in the paint. I understand your foot was hurting. that doesn't mean you take away shots from other people by taking like 10 3-pointers. You don't go from 0 for 6 and then the next game you take 9 or 10 3-pointers. You don't do that. That's one thing that made me upset.
I was really shocked at the Western Conference Finals that LeBron had because he did settle a lot. And I said, I wonder if he started watching Fox Sports and ESPN and all these criticisms got to him, because it felt like to me, like all of a sudden, late in his career, my man tried to play hero ball. He stopped trusting his teammates. It even became apparent in the final possession when there's like 3 dudes wide open. He attacked on 3. But here's the thing, right? If he attacks and he makes that, right, everybody's praising him. But he attacks and he missed it and got blocked. Now we're questioning, like, why didn't he do this? Why didn't he do that? Usually we want him to attack, right? Usually we'd be criticizing his settling. So it's really hard for LeBron to balance. I think he just needs to play his brand, whatever that is, and shut out all the noise. You know, that's what I think personally. Hey, my guy, Maurice said, Mies inspired me to make a video on Ham. Love it. Hey,
there you go.
That's what it's all about.
Maurice.
My man got fans. Yes, sir. Mies inspires everybody, man. You got a great smile and a great personality.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. Mamba said, who here in favor of bringing back D'Lo? Not me, by the way. Oh, wow. You know what, man? Let me ask the panel. Let me ask you guys, man. Who's in favor of bringing back D'Lo? I am. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. You know,
depends on the number to me.
Right.
If it's got to be, if it's above 20, no. So if it's, I would say if it's like between 16 to 20, then I would say yeah. But anything north of that, just no. If he's going to do a short deal, like 2-3 years, 2-year team option third, okay, now we're talking. We can put a little higher number, but they're not looking to go crazy past 24, 25, I'm telling you. So they may overpay him for the first 2 years. But I don't want definitely not a 5-year deal for him at 20, like nothing like 4 or 5 year, 100 something million. Hell no.
Right.
Not with that.
No, I agree.
On
the price. I agree on the price point. But I'm saying, like, I'm not like some people are already like, oh no, he's trash, he's a bum based off of one series. Right. I think we got to look at the bigger picture. First of all, we got him halfway through the trade deadline. We didn't even get a full training camp in. We didn't get a full, like it wasn't a complete season with him. So I wouldn't mind him coming back. However, if there's better options out there, you better believe your boy is on board, man. If there's an upgrade to be had, we are always Laker team first over any player, right? That's a great question. I appreciate the questions, man. Now we do got to pivot away a little bit from the Lakers, just a little bit. And we got to talk about the finals, right? There's not really any big name star players. The best one is Jokic, and Jimmy's made a name for himself, especially this postseason run. But I'm already hearing that the ratings are starting to tank a little bit after one game. I tuned out after the second half. Did you guys finish the game?
Hey, halftime I was out, and I forgot.
Yeah. Look, I don't know if they made a comeback or not. I just saw the final score and it was single digits.
They got it to win an 8 at one point. It was, and then I think Denver got the dagger about 3-minute mark, 2:45, something like that. But they got within striking distance enough to put a scare. But they never lost control of the game, obviously.
Well, I hope Spoelstra, being the great coach that he is, and Jimmy and them figure it out, because I want to see a good series. I'm not going to watch many games where there's blowouts. Now, do you guys think it hurts the NBA to have these two teams in the finals, or does it help the NBA? Let's start with WSN, bro. What you thinking?
Well, I definitely think it helps the NBA. It might hurt right now. I'm pretty sure the ratings are like you said, like it is what it is when you don't have like big name superstars, even though Jokic is a back-to-back MVP. But I think like overall, man, having multiple teams, man, having like I want to be able to tune in to Denver versus Miami Heat regular season and see who's going to win. It can't only be about, like LeBron, Steph, Kevin Durant, because they be getting injured. Injured. LeBron might get injured. Steph Curry might get injured. KD might get injured. Nowadays, it's like now you got guys like Giannis. You got guys like Jokic. You got guys like Embiid. You got, I don't want to say it, but you got Tatum. Like you got a bunch of players nowadays that you can tune in to watch. And I think that the NBA is becoming amazing. Kind of like the old days, man. It's not only about the superstars. Because I think we were starting to shift to like more superstars than we are about the team. Like there's player fans and all that. That's one thing I love about football. It's about your team. So I kind of like this Denver versus Miami Heat, even though it's not a fair series. If there was a better team on the East and it was a little bit more competitive, I'm sure more people would be more excited to see what would happen. But I think we all feel like Denver's going to win this one out. So.
Okay, I like that answer. I think it's good for the NBA as well. I mean, in the long run, right? There needs to be more parity. People, they want to see different teams in the finals. I was personally, I don't know about y'all, but I was tired of watching LeBron in the finals when he wasn't a Laker. Like he was there every finals every year, every year. Now that he's a Laker, I want to see him in the finals every year. No, he's not getting us there. So
That's right.
now let me ask Mees, bro. Do you think LeBron James is not able to dominate in the playoffs like he once did in the East because of age, or is it because the Western Conference is that tough?
I'm thinking it's more age because I still don't believe for anything that the better team beat us. I still think they just had a better coach, and that's why we sitting at home watching these dudes. I really don't think I think the foot had a lot to do with LeBron not being able to go to that extra gear that he's used to going to in the playoffs. But a good point was made by WSN about him incorporating himself with the team. That hero ball was killing us. It was killing us. It's so many fourth quarters that we lost with him trying to go 1-on-5, the step backs when it's like you have talent at every position, bro. Use them. And let's close these fourth quarters. We lost way too many games in them quarters. So I think it's more of a stubborn thing from him, per se, what kind of hurt him as opposed to, anything else.
Absolutely.
I think with a like you say, with a training camp, I think he, if you come back his mind right, we can do it again.
Okay, I like that. What you thinking, bro? Empire Jeff, what you thinking, bro?
On the LeBron part?
Yeah, LeBron. Is it more so? Okay. Yeah, is it more so father time, or is it the fact that the West is that tough?
I think it's all of those things. I think it's father time stacked with injury, stacked with post-trade deadline, better Western Conference, stacked with you playing on the road every round, play in, like all these things led in. The Lakers really more or less ran out of gas more than anything, right? So LeBron's going to be 39 next playoffs. He's not going to get better. You know what I'm saying? He's not getting better. It's a slow decline, but the decline is coming more and more. So from that standpoint, I don't believe LeBron has that next level in him anymore. I don't believe LeBron is the guy, especially at the end of games when he's tired. I think LeBron, and I didn't like this version of LeBron this year, but I think LeBron needs to become the tone setter, get out early, get his energy going to start quarters. And then we need to find guys to help finish quarters when he can't. I think that's a method. If he can come out in the first and third quarter, kind of set the tone, and then kind of find his ways in there, and then try to save some energy for the fourth. But they're going to need balance. But I think it's going to just further decline at this point. But don't get me wrong, a 39, 40-year-old LeBron, even in decline, he's still up there. You get what I'm saying?
Different, right?
Yeah, he's still different. But we're never going to see second time around Cleveland LeBron or Miami LeBron or even like 2020, 21 Laker LeBron. He'll put up numbers. There'll be stats there, but they're not. It's not the same player.
But I think this is why, probably, to add to your point, and I agree completely, I don't think that LeBron will ever come back. So I'm sorry, LeBron fans. As great as he is, Father Time is undefeated, and it's coming for this championship belt. I'll say this about LeBron James. I do believe we need another closer alongside of him. Now, whether we can develop Austin Reeves to become that, or whether AD will finally decide to put on his big boy pants on the offensive end and take over, to be determined. But I think this is the reason a lot of people are hoping for a swing move here, because they saw the declining LeBron James. Got to read this comment right here by my guy Christian. He said, did you guys notice how game one didn't feel like the NBA Finals? It was just a regular season game. Even the arena and fans just felt regular. You know what, man? I was watching on low volume, so I really couldn't gauge what the fans were, like how they sounded or nothing. Like I was multitasking, so I put the volume down usually when I multitask. But were the vibes low? I don't know. Mees, I'm sorry, Empire Jeff, you saw the whole thing. Mees, tell me, man.
It's funny. It's funny he said it because it's like the game was just on, but it was watching me. Plus, I'm still, a little in my feelings about the last series, so I, watched with my lip up. But I can't lie. I took a little walk, checked the mailbox at halftime, and completely forgot. I came back in with like 2 minutes left in the fourth. Like it was just on. You know what I mean? The energy in the building. So I got to agree with it. It didn't have that finals, that hype to it. Or maybe I'm still in my salt right now. Maybe I'm still in my salt right now. So I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I would say it felt like a regular season game because it was two regular teams. You get what I'm saying? Like it's
fire.
not, it's they're not, and I'm
Banger.
not, that's not even like a talking shit standpoint. And I want to go back to the point where you said if this is good for the NBA or not, and this ties into it. And I think it is good for the NBA. And I think what you're going to see is the two biggest words you're going to hear between this summer, the next summer, and for the whole 7 years of this new CBA: competitive balance. This is the beginning of it. It is here. We have to get used to it. This is why they have the playing tournament, and just pay attention to what they're doing. So what they're going to do is they're going to now draw interest mid-season, make up those ratings, make up that money, and also put these regular teams on a bigger stage early in the season, get you to invest in them early. So when they end up in the finals again, you were rooting for them earlier and you're coming back to see if they finish the job. This is a whole masterpiece to thrown together here if you pay attention. So this is why they're doing it, and this is just the beginning of it.
So what my brother is saying, this is a motherfucking brainwash.
It's a rebrand. It's a rebrand.
Yeah,
It's exactly what it is. They're getting away from the 4 to 5 teams or 3 to 4 superstar finals every year. You said parity, same thing, but competitive balance is what they're aiming for. It's here now, and it's not going anywhere.
I'm all for it as long as Eric Lewis isn't running the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm for parity. As long as we don't have one of these chump ass referees betting on games, then just let the talent win out. I'm for it. Listen, I'm not even salty anymore that we lost. It is what it is. You know, may the best team win. I'm happy Boston ain't in it anymore. That's my peace of mind right there. That's my tranquility. But I'll say this: it feels like they're trying to turn the NBA into March Madness. You know what I'm saying? Where equal playing field, anybody can win. And this is why the cap and all this stuff is happening, because now they're trying to, you know, they're taking out the heavy hitters and the heavy spenders like Golden State, you know, and now everybody gets an equal opportunity, not just the small market teams, big market teams, everybody, right? So that is a good thing. I definitely see that for sure. All right. I got to ask WSN this question, man. Let me start with you. Is there anyone in the draft that catches your eye potentially for the Lakers, man? Have you been scouting? Have you been, you know what the fans do? We get into YouTube. We go crazy, man. If you haven't done it, then I'll move on to somebody else and ask.
Yeah, you can move on. I'm so bad with college ball.
I'm in the same boat with him.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was really bad with college basketball this year. I'm usually more in tune. I have because all these one and dones, like because I wasn't too into it this year. I mean, I wouldn't disrespect the show and try to BS and act like I knew something I didn't. That I don't have an informed opinion on. The chat is too smart. They'll expose me real quick. You know
I love the honesty, man. I think that's what makes you guys legit. Is you guys are very honest. You're like me. I don't know shit about the CBA, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and be like,
it's balance, right?
Yeah. So okay. So we'll move on past the question. Chat. If you guys like anybody, go ahead and comment who your favorite player is. My guy Maurice agrees with me, man. I've been saying this for a minute. Derek Lively, the second out of Duke University, man. I feel like 7'1", block shots, run. He doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective. It just does the dirty work. Reminds me of Mitchell Robinson. But let's see. This draft is going to be interesting for sure. I see some names already coming up. All right, Adam Silver, man. Whoo, we got to talk about Ja, okay? Okay. Listen, man. They calling him NBA dumb boy.
Damn, I like that. I haven't heard that yet. NBA dumb. Oh man.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna go that far because we don't know what he's going through mentally. But I'm gonna say, that's crazy. Listen, Adam Silver is holding off on a potential punishment for Ja till after the finals. How bad should the punishment be in your guys' opinion? Let's go to my guy Mees first. Go ahead, bro. How bad should it be?
I'm gonna be totally honest with you, man. You know, coming from Inglewood, you know how it is when you got to struggle your whole life. When you see cats get that opportunity, man, and you represent, you about to be the face of the league. You already got that first spanking. If I'm commish, your season is done, bro. We already had this conversation, and they gave him a light tap with the first suspension because they wanted him back for the playoffs. He's like, look, man, we need you in the playoffs for these ratings. Don't act a fool, and you come right back with the bleep bleep. That's the season, bro. We need you to sit out for the season. And after commission, I'm gonna announce it. You done for the season, so you can enjoy all your gun activity online.
You can go to the gun range.
You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today, bro.
My man's gonna be on GTA all day. If that
Man,
happens, listen, man. Listen, I feel you, bro. I'm from the hood as well, and man, I might as well break the rest of my hand on slapping John Morant if I ever seen him, bro, because he's squandering millions. Even if he just misses a year, that's endorsement deals. That's a full year contract. We're talking 30 to 40 plus mil going down the drain, man. I can't believe it. That's a wasted year in your life. So hopefully he doesn't get all of that, but we do want the young man to learn. Jeff, what's the punishment looking like in your book? If you're the judge, man, you got the gavel and everything. You're bringing down the hammer. What's the punishment looking like?
I will say that. Okay, that's tough. Okay, the commissioner flat out said that there's more than we know, right? He came out and said they stumbled up on all kinds of stuff. So depending on what that is, I don't know what they've seen, but he gave us one hell of a sneak preview. He gave us one hell of like a promo for this. I've never seen a suspension promoted and then finals.
I'm low-key excited for it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm hyped right now. I'm like,
so on the links to that, and keep in mind, guys, keep in mind here, there's layers to this, and I like to pay attention to the game within the game of all this shit, right? Ja got suspended and then missed all NBA and missed Supermax money. Okay, so he's already missing big bread there. So what he did was retaliatory to the league to say, okay, you guys did this to me. I already lost the money. What do I have to lose? And they're like, all right, little homie.
My man bringing out the big words, man. The hood's going to have to pull out the dictionary. He said retaliatory.
I don't even think I said it right, to be honest with you. But what I'm saying, it's gonna be retaliatoriations up in now. What I'm saying is but I think the league is taking this as he got in trouble, got stuff taken away, and like a child, he threw a tantrum on them, and basically said, "Well, what else can you do for me? It cost me Supermax." And they're like, okay, we're going to show you. And I think, and if someone did that to me and I'm running a multi-billion-dollar business and all this stuff, yeah, your ass is getting a year therapy. You got to do all kinds of stuff because he can't.
You're saying they're going to have to probably make him do a checklist, huh? Just like they did Kyrie, but probably a longer one, right?
Yeah, he's gonna have to. I mean, I wouldn't surprise me if they gave him 50 and give him like half a chance. But I've never seen a suspension promoted, bro. Never. And like I said, I think the league is taking it as him retaliating against them, so they're going to hit back hard.
That's crazy. I agree. I mean, the two incidents weren't far apart. They're only a couple of months away. So, yeah, dude, he played with fire, and now he's about to get burnt. I'll say this, man. That extra information you've been paying attention to detail to, I'm the same way, man. When commissioner said there was extra things on the side, I started pondering, like, what could there be extra? Was this man pistol whipping strippers in the ass or something? Like, what was happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, was he on Instagram Live just pistol whipping him with
that sounds like a me story. But keep in mind real quick. We don't know what they saw in that original video that they kept out of public and didn't punish him for, right? And we punished him for what leaked. Keep that in mind. And we punished him for what leaked. They probably gave him a pass, saw more, had more information, but there's so much more. The shit with the other team, with the lasers on the team bus, the kid at the mall, the pistol whipping the kid. There's all this stuff piled on. You know what I mean? So, and the league knows it, but because it wasn't all public, they didn't release it. Now they're just going to air this dude out.
That is crazy, bro. They just hanging him out to dry. All right, WSN, I want to know from a youngster's perspective, man, what you're doing with your peer, man, John Morant, bro. You're the judge. You know what I'm saying? You got the gavel this time, and you're bringing down the hammer. What's the fair punishment?
I'll say this, man. I live in Long Beach, right? About 15 minutes from Inglewood, 20 minutes Inglewood, about 10 minutes from Compton, right?
Yes.
You drive by, you know people are trying to make it out the hood, right? You're trying to get yourself out of it. I don't know why you're a multimillionaire. You got a bunch of money, and you're trying to go back to the hood. And people, and this is what pisses me off, bro. Mental health is something big, right? It's not something small. And when people say it's mental health stuff, it's because he says, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that. You cannot convince me that pulling out a gun, having music in the background, and going like that is because you're depressed. You show that's not a sign of somebody that's like if when you're depressed, right? You're not talking to people. You're by yourself. You're not feeling it, right? You might put on a fake smile, but don't tell me you slapping music, putting a gun next to your head and like rocking is you being depressed. That doesn't show me that. That just shows me that you're young, you're ignorant, you're stupid. And the thing that pisses me off the most is that there's a bunch of people that are really backing him up, talking about the NBA is going too hard on him, right?
Well, you know what it is? They're just as young and stupid as he is, or they're old and ignorant. Either one.
Old and ignorant like Jalen Rose, right? You're not helping the man.
Take. Yeah, so
you're not helping the man by telling him, you know what, like he needs help. We got to be by his side. You don't need it. Putting him in therapy is not going to help him with anything, right? He just got to understand that that's not cool. Nobody thinks you're cool because he did that, bro. Nobody thinks that you look cool. Nobody thinks that like you're a role model. You have a whole daughter. She's only like 2 years old, bro. Like, be a good dad, right? Be a good son, bro. Because what you're doing now is you're embarrassing your dad. Your dad was there for you. A lot of people never had their dads, bro. Your dad raised you. He didn't raise you to be this type of a man, especially when you do it twice, bro. It doesn't make any sense to me why you'd sacrifice. Don't even like have it out. Don't even pull it out, bro. Use that shit for self-defense. Don't pull it out for a live, for music, for nothing. Don't flex it. It's not to be flexed.
Don't pull it out. That's what she said. Yes, sir.
Suspend him for the whole season. Right, yeah. He's stupid. He's an idiot. I would have been okay with like 5-10 games for the first one, but the second one, that I'm done with him, bro. Literally, I don't even want to hear about it no more. Stupid.
Man, like they doing my man Me's dirty, bro. He does not look like how. Stop it.
Oh, Panama City, what's up? But no, my God.
No, man. You got an ill mind if you think my boy look like Hobson, bro.
That's hilarious, bro.
That's funny, though. That is funny. Man, they out here. We're talking basketball. They're out here looking for everybody's dad. That's crazy, man. But I love it. Good comedy, good feels. I agree with WSN, man. I'm glad somebody, on the younger demographic is able to speak the truth, man. Listen, kids. Music videos ain't the truth, man. That's music videos. Leave that inside the TV where it belongs. You know, that's just a show. They don't even live like that. Rappers don't even live like that. Half of the shit you see in the music videos is rented, bruh. Like even the chains, you know what I'm saying? So, a lot of the youth, this reminds me of Fast and the Furious. Y'all remember when the first couple, well, WSN probably don't remember. He's young, but everybody else, y'all remember when the first Fast and the Furious movie came out? Do you guys remember how everybody wanted one of them little toy box cereal cars? And then was out here racing.
Crazy.
They were racing and shit, bro. They were racing at. They was racing at Ralph's, around the parking lot and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people here, yo. But I don't know if y'all noticed, Fast and Furious changed from racing to action superhero shit because hopefully, I feel like that was a demand by law enforcement. They're like, nah, bro, y'all can't be dropping race car movies because people don't know how to act. Well, that's the problem with the youth a lot of the times, man. John Morant, or who they call NBA dumb boy, he's out here, making the youth look dumb. And not everybody's as intelligent as he is. I mean, look at WSM, man. He got the right head on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? I almost crossed him up, and he lost that head on his shoulders, but still, he got the right.
He fouled the shit out of you and messed up your hand, huh?
No.
With a Ron Artest foul.
He came to hoop with me last weekend, so I'm just talking about shit, man. But yeah, the bottom line is, yeah, you like that one, huh? But bottom line is, man, we can't believe half of the shit we see on TV, okay? And that goes for the youth, man. It's gotta be better. And it sucks when he was, I believe, at one point the most popular NBA jersey sold, right? John Morant, or the second, or one of those two. And now look, parents are like, hell no, we're not gonna buy his stuff. I already seen many posts where parents are like, nope, he can't wear his John Morant stuff. That's tough, bro. I feel for the kid. If I had to suspend him, though, I would say 41 games, and then I would say, okay, but in probation, like none of this can happen, or you're gonna be out indefinitely. Like, I'm giving him that indefinitely tag, like, bro, you're gonna be the next Javaris Crittenton, and you keep this shit up, So that's what I would do personally. I wish him the best. That sucks, man, to see one of the brightest stars going through this kind of crap that he caused for himself, right? All right, so. We talked about that one. Now let's play a quick game, man. Let's switch it up because it got real serious up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's switch it up a little bit, man. Let's play a game called Who is the Face? And I got this idea off of Twitter. I seen somebody posted earlier. Not the game, but they said, who is the face of the Lakers when you see the logo, right? Who do you see? Who's the first player you think of when you see the Memphis Grizzlies logo? Let's start with Mies. I'm curious.
It's weird because I see Ja, but I'm still a little old school with
my man sees Ja.
Wait, what's my man Zebo? Randolph?
Yeah.
That's what I see. I was gonna say Zebo.
I still see a little Zebo.
That grindhouse offense when they used to bang down low was fire.
Yeah, that was the era right there,
man. And then they had Tony Allen on the wing defensively.
Yeah, that was the squad.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna switch it up for y'all though. I'm gonna pick different teams. All right. When I look at the Boston Celtics, WSN, who do you see, bro? Boston.
Oh, Larry Bird. No question. Larry Bird. I mean,
that was an easy one. Okay.
It's easy. I don't think of Bill Russell. I know a lot of people say Bill Russell, man, but it's Larry Bird, bro. I mean, he's the one.
Larry Legend. Okay.
Larry Legend, man.
That's a good one. All right, Empire John. I'll make this a little bit harder for you, man. When you think of the Utah Jazz, who do you think of? Who's the face?
Karl Malone.
Karl Malone?
That's pretty easy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's between him or John Stockton. Flip a coin. You can't go wrong either way. But I'll go
Karl Malone. Okay, that's a good one. The mailman.
Punk dirty ass. But yeah.
All right. OKC Thunder, man. Who you thinking of, Mees?
Oh, Russ all day. I still got Russ, the prime Russ, the warrior Russ. Still got him in my heart with OKC, man.
Okay.
Matter of fact, he probably should get back there and close it out, man.
Right.
All right, let me turn back the clock, man. WSM, bro. Seattle Supersonics. Who we thinking of?
Damn, I would have loved that.
He wanted that one, huh?
I would have loved that. He may be too young.
I always used to watch the Ray Allen highlights, bro, of his career high. So I'm gonna have to go with Ray Allen, bro. His career high, he was going. I think of Ray Allen.
Oh, no. I got to re-ask this question.
He's definitely too young.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Empire, Joe, who you thinking of, bro, when you think of the Supersonics?
Rain Man, Sean Kemp.
Yeah, all day, baby.
Either him or Gary Payton.
Gary Payton. But I get the WSN. I'm just playing. You're generous. I could definitely see why you went with Ray.
Yeah. No, Ray Allen for sure. But when I think of Ray Allen, I think of him as a Celtic for some weird reason. I don't know.
Or Buck. Like he was probably the Sonic like the shortest amount of those times. But, But Rayman, oh my God, that dude did some dunks that we still will never see.
Man,
with
the point.
Yeah.
Sean Kemp.
Yeah, the point, yeah.
All right, let's go back to WSN, man. The Atlanta Hawks, ATL, baby. Who you thinking of?
Ooh.
I think of too many players.
Yeah. I know who it is, though, for me.
Who you got, Jeff?
I'm right with Jeff. I already know.
Dominique Wilkins.
All day.
Yeah.
As soon as he said that, I thought about the side dunk.
Oh my God! Probably the best. The only dude who was up there like with MJ at that time, like his in-game dunking and he beat MJ in a dunk contest. That boy, cold.
But I am curious to see who WSN thinks of, because that was an interesting one. I never even thought of Ray Allen.
Well, I mean, Dominique Wilkins is like top 5 when it comes to dunks for me too, and like that's like. Yeah, I would say Dominique Wilkins too. That's the only guy I would be able to think of. I thought there would be somebody else. I don't want to give like one.
No judgment.
There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer. I'm just curious, who you remember when you see the logo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dominique is like the only star player that I probably would remember.
I remember Josh Smith, Joe Johnson, and Jamal Crawford. Man, that trilogy was
squad.
Even though they didn't win anything, they were fun to watch, especially when they made the postseason. Man, they were really fun to watch.
Spud Webb was dope too in his day.
Now he's out of my time. I didn't see him play.
No, I didn't. But I'm just saying. But Dom, when you think Atlanta Hawks, I'm sure if you go up to 100 people who know basketball and you ask Atlanta, I would say at least 90 of them for sure are saying Dominique Wilkins.
And Chet, y'all can get involved as well. There's no wrong answers here. Since my man Empire Jeff got really excited about Seattle, I gave it to him as well.
Man. Bring back save our Sonics. Bring back the Sonics, man.
Bring back the Sonics. For sure. Send the Clippers over there, man. We got too many teams over here.
And they won't be the Clippers no more. They'll be the Sonics.
Yeah. They'll be like, the Sonics would actually badass franchise. All right, Mees, I'm gonna give you the Knicks, bro. I'm gonna give you the Knicks. Who you thinking?
As soon as you say that, I thought of Allen Houston, man.
That's pretty dope.
That was my squad, man.
Most people would have said Patrick Ewing, but Allen Houston.
Man, that was my squad, man. The Knicks, Allen Houston, Spreewell, the undersized underdogs taking on the
finals team, right? 99.
Yeah, I was rooting for that squad, man.
It's a good one. I saved it from my man WSN, man. Philly. Who you thinking of in Philly? That's tough.
AI. I go AI.
AI. Okay.
That's a good one.
That's mine for sure.
Yeah.
Let me ask the same question to Jeff just to see how we're gauging the same team.
Dr. J.
Who we thinking of?
Dr. J.
Dr.
Julius
J.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
There's no wrong answer between the two. AI was cold. Dr. J is a better player.
I'm just glad nobody chose Joel Embiid, bro. That's all I'm saying. All right. Let's see who we missing. Who's another good team? Oh, the Phoenix Suns. All right. Who didn't I ask? All right, go ahead.
Who me?
Well,
anybody can answer. I'm just gonna throw out names now. Y'all answer it.
It has to be Barkley, right?
It's whoever you want.
Yeah,
it's whoever you want. There's people that have better careers than Barkley in Phoenix. That's all.
Yeah, and he wasn't there a ton of time either.
But if you think Barkley, that's fine.
I'm trying to for me, I'm trying to think like who was.
For me, it's Steve Nash. He had the most dominant era that I can remember.
I hate Steve Nash because I feel like he took so much away, bro. I feel like Shaq should have had that MVP. And
hate him or love him, bro. He was a force. He was
a problem, man. He was a problem.
No, it's Nash. But I just see the era. Kevin, like KJ and Dan Marley was like the Thunder Dan. If you guys didn't watch it, that dude was nutty. He was like the deep ball shooter before like him, Christian Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, those guys. Like Dan Marley was in that cut.
How tall was he? Was he like 6'7", 6'8"?
Yeah, he was bigger. Yeah, he was. I don't know off the top of my head his exact height, but I think of like the KJ, like Dan Marley time. But as far as like probably as far as the more recognizable, I'd probably have to go Nash.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, I just pulled in a Mari topper on my card pools the other night, man. So I'm excited because it was a rare card. All right, let's go. Let's see who have I missed. I know I missed a couple of teams. Let's go with. Did I do the Pelicans? I don't think I've done the Pelicans. Pelicans don't have a lot of history, but we're talking Pelicans. We're talking New Orleans Hornets as well, right? Combined. So, what do you guys think of when you think of the New Orleans Hornets / the Pelicans? I think
no. I mean, we're not because the Hornets are now.
You're right.
In Charlotte.
But when I think of Charlotte, I think of the Bobcats.
Hey, that's a good point. That's a good point.
So, I'm combining two different franchises.
The Bobcats, the New Orleans, Charlotte, part-time.
So New Orleans. Let's go with the city. New Orleans. Who's the face?
I go New Orleans. I'm definitely Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, right? People say AD, but AD wasn't there. I feel like long enough to. Yeah, Chris Paul for sure. How about now? Let's go Charlotte Hornets. Let's go the Bobcats, aka the Bobcats.
I'm going Grandmama
DJ Augustine,
Larry Johnson.
For me, it's Baron Davis, man. That team with Baron Davis.
Hey, no, real talk, man.
B Diddy, man. If y'all
listen, if y'all young, problem, man.
Go look up B Diddy highlights when he was with Charlotte, man. He was
amazing.
Let's see, what's another team? Another good team I could think of off the top. All right, I just for the heck of it, the Clippers, man. Who's the face? Is it Elton Brand or is it Blake Griffin, Blakey Cakes?
I'll probably go Blake Griffin.
When I think Clippers, I think Blake Griffin too.
I think Blake Griffin because he was like their one pick that they hit on ever. Like besides Lamar, they were this spectacular.
Elton Brand was dope. Danny Manning was the man for a long time there back in the day.
Danny Manning,
he probably is the one to me, but I'm old, older. But
Blake actually almost made them popular, almost, Like they were almost famous. They were like this.
You don't get Blake, you don't get CP3, really, So it's like he legitimized them before CP3 did. So Blake was and he would have been there had they not traded him, right? So I mean he chose to resign, he stayed big time. So I do Blake.
Okay, that's fair.
I gotta give a special shout out to Lamar Odom when he was the next Magic Johnson when he
I remember that.
When he came in, everybody
nice years. Lamar had some nice years for the Stinkers, man. It's too bad nobody remember them.
You remember Lloyd Vaught?
Absolutely, right.
He was Mr. Clipper. He was Mr. Clipper. Man. He was there a long time.
And what's my man's name that's actually in the wheelchair now? Rodney.
Rodney Rogers.
Roger Rogers.
Rogers. Yeah, Rodney. Remember that game he had where he hit all those like last second. He had like a Reggie Miller game, but I think an extra point on top of it. He went nuts.
The only Rogers we acknowledge on this channel is Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Okay? ain't no Clippers getting that much love.
Rodney was on a lot of teams. He was on a lot of teams. He was a good player. Rodney Rogers. He was on Phoenix. He was on the Clippers. I think he was a really good player.
All right, let's go Denver Nuggets. Is it Jokic or is it Carmelo?
I think a Melo. Yeah. For sure,
I go Melo. Melo Mutombo, but I'm going Melo.
I was thinking Mutombo. I'm gonna have to give it to Melo.
Yeah, Melo to me is the face of that franchise. I mean, some of the best years came with Melo. Now, if Jokic wins the championship this year, then it's gonna be different. I think moving
forward. 5 more years. I think longevity, like it needs. I think Melo the stretch of time there, like he put them on the map. If he goes in the Hall of Fame, it's probably with that jersey. So I would say Melo, but Joker definitely has a chance down the road to become the all-time face of the Nuggets for sure.
All right, this is the last one I'm gonna do. I know there's other teams, but just for the sake of moving on for the question, Portland Trail Blazers. That's a tough one now.
Oh, that's my man. That's my man Drexler to me, man.
Clyde the Glide?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm going Drexler.
What about you, man?
Drexler.
I don't think
I know people expecting me to say Dame though.
No, I don't think of Dame either. I actually think of Brandon Roy and LaMarcus Aldridge when I remember Portland, but that's because that's just who I remember. But Clyde is the best probably that ever played there for sure. Dame time, I mean, had he ever gotten far in the playoffs? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, but yeah, we got to give it to Drexler, I think, overall. All right, man. We're going to wrap it up for the basketball portion of this segment, man. Right at the top of the hour. Look at that. Sharp. We're sharp today.
There comes the scary part.
Oh, here comes the good part, man.
Scary part.
All right. Now, all right. Listen, I got to start with this. I had a dream one time that I was dunking, and when I woke up, I was pissed the fuck off because the closest I ever came to dunking the basketball was I used to be athletic enough to grab the rim with two hands. That's it. I never went over the cylinder. None of that. I was never that explosive or that tall. What's the coolest dream that ever made you wake up upset? If you can remember one, like, and no wet dreams, they don't count. Okay. Look at him. I'm out.
The ones that always make me upset, and there's some part of it that make you happy, but when you have a dream that someone that has passed in the dream makes it feel like they're still there, like it felt so real, did not feel like a dream, like they were almost talking to you in your sleep, and you wake up and they're not there anymore. Those are the ones that piss me off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But outside of that, you're dreaming, you're rich and you're balling, you got everything in the world, and you wake up and you're fucking not. Those piss you off too.
Those always gotta piss you off, bro, for sure. Yo, for sure. WSN, you had any dreams of like?
Yeah, it's so funny. Just a couple weeks ago, like I had a Rolls Royce, and I woke up and I didn't have one. So
those things don't work.
Hey, but
I hate everyone I see with one after that.
Like, well, you're young as fuck, bro. That gotta be motivation right there to get one. That gotta be motivation. Like, you felt what it was like to have one, but now you want to keep that feeling permanently, man. For sure. Okay. All right. Which of the modern day trends annoy you guys the most?
It could
be several. Go ahead.
No, I can tell you. I can tell you this right there. What's that shit called? Gender reveals. Can't stand them. Man. Gender reveal. Look. I'm gonna bash myself up. We just had my dog a birthday party, bro. Like, who did, like I love dogs. I love dogs, bro. Like I love dogs. Dogs are my favorite animal. I've had dogs my whole life. Never once had a birthday party for them. This shit is all for the gram. I hate that shit. But like gender reveals, probably the worst. Just pointless to me.
Oh man, I feel you.
Okay. Now you know what? My guy took my answer, so I'm just gonna post it, man. This is mine. When I see people do this shit, I see my nephew do it. Cool. I see my nephew do that shit, and I was like, "You look like somebody's grandma, bro. You better chill out with that shit." You ever see when the old people try to dance and they're all stiff? Like that's what it reminds me of, bro. That's what I don't see what the hype is, but that's just me. Mees, what's yours, bro?
Oh, mine's is easy, and it's still in the sports realm, bro. The entire league going analytics is the trend that's driving me crazy, and it was revealed again with the Boston Celtics, and that if that's what they call basketball performance, with them 93-point attempt. Come on, that's not basketball, bro. I miss the days where teams were individual, had their own style of play, high octane, slow, grimy teams. Every team had their own idea. Now we just having a 3-ball shoot off, and that's the trend that's killing me, bro. It's killing the sport, man.
Yeah, that is. That's a great one, bro. You win this segment just off of that one because listen, it's like gone are the days when you used to exploit mismatches and play smart basketball.
Man,
like AD got Bruce Brown in the paint and he's gonna fade away for a mid-range turnaround jump shot. That's the type of shit that drives me crazy. You know what I mean? And it happened too much during the season. LeBron James, he gets switched off on the screen and he got Jokic or somebody really slow-footed guarding him with an ISO where everybody cleared out to the left. You got the whole lane, and my man is gonna do dribble, step back 3. That's the type of shit that drives me crazy. I agree, man. You win.
We could do a whole. You should write that down for a segment next time to break down on that because we can do a whole 10-15-minute segment on that. Trust me, because I don't want to open it up too much right now. But yeah, we should do that.
No, go ahead. Hey, the floor is yours, bro. I'm not time. You want
no. I'm saying like we do this on another show. Like we can have a whole set because I'm telling you,
you're
like,
absolutely right about
because
that.
Mees is 100% right on that.
Just remind me. Yeah. We'll bring it up again. Just remind me.
I am a numbers guy. Don't get it twisted, but numbers have to be used in conjunction. You can't just rely on a period. So it's like it is legit like causing a problem within the game that we love, and and it's getting to a point where it's going to break and they're going to have to revert, but we just have to deal with it in the interim. You know what I mean? But it's going to break.
But let me ask you something, Jeff. Do you think that point's actually going to happen? You think it's going to have to shift back?
Yes.
You think it will?
Yeah, because like I said, Dan has spoke on this numerous times. Okay, look at the finals. You're gonna have a bunch of teams out there now trying to shoot that can't shoot. And look, LeBron, look what they were doing there, right? And Dan has hit this on the head every time. It doesn't work if you don't have Steph and Clay, right? If you don't have the two best shooters possibly of all time on your team, it only worked for them. And let's not forget, this also kind of started with the Suns back in the day, like the 7 seconds or less and all that stuff, right? So the Warriors did it when Steve Kerr was the GM of that team, by the way, subplot. But also like keep in mind that it started with them. The Warriors perfected it and won championships with it. And then it's a copycat league. Everyone tries to take that and run with it, but it's not sustainable. Like you can't just go out and duplicate that. So the analytics for that of just, all threes and dunks, no mid-range, all the greats who killed and had multiple championships and all the three-peat killers, all were killers from the midi.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like the MJs, the Kobe, like Shaq dominate force. Like you're not going to go on a reign like that unless you got Steph and Clay and live in the air like that without any type of post presence down.
Absolutely. And you know what? The footwork was out of this world. Now everybody's looking like a damn rock.
Fundamentals.
Real talk.
Fundamentals. It's why Milwaukee run it just basically off of just Giannis's just physical dominance. You know what I mean? If they don't get hurt that next year, they probably go back to back. You know what I mean? So the physical dominance still matters, and eventually teams are going to start more and more waking up to that, because one thing, shooting's too expensive now. Teams are going to save money, go back to dirty work guys, and because they're cheaper right now, and a little bit more grit's going to come back.
It drives me fucking crazy that Stanley Johnson doesn't have a job in the NBA. It drives me fucking crazy because he's not an elite three-point shooter or mid-range scorer, but he can go inside and he can definitely lock up and rebound and do the dirty work. Too many good players like that being undervalued, to add to Jeff's point. Absolutely. Now, what is the one thing that drives you crazy, WSN? I'm sorry, we had a segue all the way. We went from here to here, but hey,
he's like leaving me out of conversations drives me crazy.
we're doing the Euro like James Harden.
It gave me time to think. I mean, I definitely say it's the fact that the NBA is paying people based off potential over how good that they actually are. And it's kind of prevented teams from being able to kind of build on what they have and be able to like for example, like Austin Reeves. Listen, I love Austin Reeves. He deserves a bunch of money, right? But back then, man, giving him $125 million, like people are saying we should go up to $125 million if we have to. If other people are willing to give him that, we should also be able to match that. It's like we can't. It seems as if we can't even like have 4 or 5 good players and build on that and create a dynasty nowadays, because it's like they play one good year and then you're already giving them like money that you wouldn't even give to Kobe Bryant a couple of back years back. So I mean, Michael Jordan said it best. I've seen an interview. He was like, "We're paying players based off potential. It's not gonna go good." So like, I want me to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose Austin Reeves.
No,
somebody might give him something. Somebody might give him something better than we would be able to.
First of all,
he may get more minutes.
Wait. First of all, this is why we brought the CBA guy right here, man. He is ready. Jeff, go ahead.
Talk to him.
And I also think I want to shout out Angie in the chat too. I think I saw her in there. She's great. So anyone in the chat who spots her, Angie Bernard, shout out to her. She's a beast, absolute beast. So I don't shout her out enough, and she deserves all the credit. So shout out to you, girl. She knows it's much of me, if not more. She's on point. Trust.
I hear you, Angie.
All right. So second part of that is the thing with Austin Reeves is here. So it's like this is all floating out here. This is actually where the Lakers are actually getting smart. They're floating out to go in and do what you want to do. We're matching that bitch. We don't care. Throw whatever you want. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Remember that old like iPhone commercial thing where it's Android does it? Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. That's the Lakers right now. They give 0 fucks, 0 cares, 0 anything. Austin Reeves is staying. So what they're trying to put everyone out there is go ahead and try to offer him a sheet. We'll delay it to the last final minute before we match. Tie up all your cap space when everyone's going to sign in 2 days anyways. And then you're going to risk all your potential cap space to tie up a guy that we're going to match. Go ahead. You know what I mean? Is what they're basically saying.
And to add to what you just said right now, there's only a certain amount that they can offer anyways, because he says he was an undrafted player. You can't go over 125
Well, yeah, so like the arenas rule is going to come into play here, right? So it's going to be that poison pill to end. So it'll be like 12 and a half, and like 30-something million in year 3 and 4, right? Each. So at the end of the day, like I could see a team like this. Listen to the teams that are linked, the Spurs and stuff like that. Those are guys who are going to try to drive the price up for them. But how here's the best part about it. With the new CBA starting this summer, not everything that goes into the CBA hits this summer. So, but one thing that does is teams can already start to talk to their own free agents the day after their last game. So the Lakers are able, they couldn't do that before. The Lakers are able to negotiate with Austin right now. So they may be like, look, we're going to pay you. Your bird rights will be solidified so we can pay you more. They may agree to do a short-term deal, get that money, and then he can get his bag after they add a couple more people to it when they go over to cap to re-sign him. You get what I mean? So the Lakers gave him his shot. You get what I mean? He forced his way out of the draft to become a Laker. He wants to be a Laker. Obviously, he wants to get paid. I think they can meet in the middle there. And just because teams can offer him that money doesn't mean the team is dumb enough to do it. Okay. Absolutely. So I think teams are kind of trying to stir the pot a little bit there. That's why the Lakers are leaking this out early, saying, nope, no, we're matching. So go ahead, type your money, and that's that.
And let me tell you this, WSN, like, I get what your point is, though. There is some players that do get overpaid, the Chandler Parsons of the world. But those motherfuckers never showed this type of potential in the postseason. You know what I mean?
He definitely has. He definitely. No, I'm definitely saying that he's that guy. He's definitely that dude.
Oh,
but it's like
he's not $100 million dude. He's not at this point.
That's
what
I'm trying to say.
He's not.
But he can get there. Yeah.
No. I get it. I can get there. And the good thing about it for the Lakers is, like, even if someone does do that deal and they match it, they're only paying 12 and a half the first 2 years. You get what I'm saying? And then when that whole thing resets in 24, when Braun and all them are off, it doesn't sting as much. And if he does blow up, you've got him signed and he's tradable in the event you need to, right? So it just comes down to how you value it. What's going to be is this is you mentioned Chandler Parsons. That's a great point, because that was the year of 2016, right? With the Mozgov, the Dangs, Parson, all those guys that got all that big money. It's not happening this time. It's not happening this time. Okay. So what I'm saying is, like, it's not going to be, there's going to be cap smoothing right now. Last time there wasn't. So you're not going to see players like that again. But this rule is put into place, the Gilbert Arenas rule. So teams who draft these guys or get these guys unsigned can get them to that level. But keep in mind, Austin Reeves wasn't drafted. So the new CBA doesn't protect undrafted, only for second round picks, the second round exceptions. Undrafted people don't get protected moving forward. You get what I mean? So the Lakers got to get a little bit more creative when it comes to stashing people. But I don't think it's 100 mil is his market. I don't think that. I think teams would be like, if we throw it out there and the Lakers don't match, like, holy shit, what did we just do to ourselves? And I don't think a team values that. I just don't see it happening at 100 mil. I could see a team coming in and say, okay, maybe 70, 75 is probably the high tier for it, and the Lakers will match that too.
Now, I'll say this. Sorry to cut you off, WSN. I'll say this. I understand your concern. I like what you said about 3-4 good players, and that's it. But remember, there's a lot of stipulations in these CBAs, right? That basically, if you draft extremely well, you will be rewarded for it, because you get to re-sign your own guys. You have the ability to go over the cap without really there being too many penalties up until the new CBA kicks in. So we got an advantage for right now that we can go over as much as we want, at least for one more season, and figure it out afterwards, right? Now, I'm glad you brought up. Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Austin Reeves, though, because I think the kid is special, man. And I think if you lock him up right now and he ends up being a star, you might actually end up getting a bargain, kind of how Steph Curry ended up being a bargain for Golden State, because they locked him up early and cheap due to his ankle injury. So I think, and the cap will go up eventually, right? And so I think right now is a good time to re-sign Austin Reeves. Right now. Same thing for Rudy.
It works out. If that deal happens and it's 2 years at 12.5, you get what I mean? They can add on top of that. So by the time his number balloons, they can fill out around him already. So there's pros and cons to it. You know what I mean? People see that big number and get scared, but there are layers in there that could actually help the Lakers. Like, for instance, if he was a flat out free agent right now, like, and they could go over the cap to sign him to like a big number, you're looking at like a 3-year $75 million deal or a 2-year $50 million deal, which handcuffs you to protect, when it comes to anything else. So it depends how you look at it, really, because there's different ways you can view it depending how you're trying to spend.
Right. I think it'll be foolish for the Lakers to let him walk for nothing, though.
They're not letting him walk.
Worst case scenario, in my opinion, would be a sign and trade. But there's not even that. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Austin Reeves is staying. Yeah. And I think Jeannie already showed that when she didn't trade for Kyrie, because that was one of the pieces that needed to be included. So I think we see how much they covet this young man.
Yeah.
But not to gloss over your point, you had a great point about overpaying certain players.
For sure.
You know, certain players do get overpaid. For example, Malik Beasley, right? His contract, what is it, 15 mil? Are we going to opt into that?
Is it 15 or 13? Yeah,
it's 15, but because shooting's at a premium, like I said, shooting's getting expensive. Dirty work players are getting cheaper. So what the Lakers really need are those dirty work players. And right now, that's going to be a little cheaper, right?
Yes.
So shooting is at a premium right now. That's going to start to dip. You get what I mean?
I agree. So, I agree, man. It's a lot of weight, a lot of angles to this, man. It's going to be interesting summer for sure, though. Summer is going to be interesting for sure, man. And all right. One more question, man. And I love how we always go back to basketball, right?
That's what we do.
That's what we do, man. One more question. If we could bring back anything from the early 90s or early 2000s, what would it be? Anybody could jump in here.
Tupac and Biggie.
I love it. I wasn't thinking people, but I love it.
Said anything. Baby. Bring my guys back. Bring my guys back.
Absolutely. And from a music standpoint, that would be insane, man. Just to see what hip hop would be today compared to what it is, you know, if that happens. So,
and movies with Pac. So
yeah. What about you guys, man? If there's anything at all, it could be any era, anything you lost. For me, Hollywood Video, man. I miss Hollywood Video.
Ooh.
I really do, man. Bring that shit back. Yeah, bring it back with the cassettes and all that shit.
I miss that, man. Friday nights was popping, bro.
Yeah, you was actually on my train of thought. I was thinking just music in general, bro. Remember, we used to go to Tower Music or the Warehouse Music on Tuesday. Get you a stack of CDs, man, and just go in the car, man. Man, that's what I miss, man.
All that back when they released on Tuesdays, man. Remember?
Come on, man.
I miss the experience just going into Hollywood Video, asking the employees what movie they recommend. Chopping it up with the people. It's just different, man. And to add to the pet peeve thing that annoys me, one of the things that annoys me about today's era is that everything's so easy, right? Even DoorDash, they get their food delivered here. I didn't see mother. Yeah, that's a good thing, but it also makes people really lazy. You know what I mean? Like, even I'm like, yo, if I was single in this era, I don't know how I would do it, because I don't like social media and all that. That's how people get at each other nowadays, for the most part, right? Me and my girl were shocked the other day. We was coming from Walmart and we see this young dude in a scooter just go up to two girls and give them a piece of paper. I guess his phone number or social or something. And I was like, yo, this kid got more guts than 90% of the
Yeah, he actually took the first step. He didn't slide the DM. He slid the scooter.
I was a proud boy. Listen, I was proud right there when I seen that happen. I was like, that still happens.
Shout out that kid, man.
Yeah, I thought everything was through the DMs nowadays, you know?
Right.
Yeah, dude, I would definitely bring back Hollywood Video. Anything you got, W, saying from the late 20?
It's gonna be basketball again. It's gonna be basketball. I mean, I want to bring back rivalries, man. I mean, like, being able to like that's why I was kind of a big fan of Dylan Brooks, bro. I know people hate him, but like, that man brought some kind of intensity to basketball, bro. Like, something like that. Like, nowadays it's like people be shaking hands and stuff. Obviously, people are commenting hand checking and stuff like that. I agree too. Like, just old school basketball where people are actually competing, don't like one another, just constantly going back and forth at each other instead of being all friends and stuff, friendly and stuff. Man, that's what I would bring back.
These fuckers play a game and then they take each other out to dinner like they're on a date or something, bro. Crazy.
Look at Draymond Green. Like, he's out here having podcasts talking about how good LeBron James is in the middle of the series while going at it.
Hey, that's future Laker Draymond Green. Relax.
Hey, Jeff called it first. Yo, Jeff called it first. If that happens, bro, I gotta give you your flowers because you've been calling that.
Please tell me the CBA would not allow that, please.
It absolutely will allow it.
Oh man.
I'm just playing, kind of.
My guy Angel said, "Give me classic movies like The Rock again."
The Rock was a great movie.
The Rock is a classic, bro.
Man. Hey, that is a great point, by the way, Angel. There's not a lot of movies that have sustainability nowadays that are actually classics that are rewatchable. Back then, my mom would pop in The Sandlot, and I had a movie for a year.
Oh,
you know
my
what
God. Man, Sandlot, don't get
you know what I'm saying? Like, where are the classics nowadays? Everything is kind of like it's a one-time watch and that's it.
That's right.
Because
it's like music and everything else. It's meant for a short-term attention grab. It's not meant to live forever. That's why there's no classics really out today. Everything's in shorts and reels and all these.
And the reason they do that is to make more money, right? Because the longer you hold on to something, the less money they make. So that
Apple
that's
everyone,
man. And they do that with video games as well. But I don't play a lot of video games no more, like I used to when I was younger. And I noticed that everything is virtual currency. Like you got to pay to play. And I'm like, that shit is whack. Gone are the days when we used to pop in Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat and unlock the characters, fam.
Oh,
like,
bro, you remember back in the day getting the video game, the cartridge, and when the cartridge was in, you could actually play the game. Now you got to set up 5 accounts. You need to eat boot. By the time
your password.
I'm done with the game.
And
by
if
that time.
your Wi-Fi cuts out, your day is over.
Right. I'm like, I got it. You got to download the controller.
Hey. All of this tells me is we getting fucking old, bro.
Real talk.
Bro.
You guys.
They don't.
Oh, you coming with us, man? You coming with us?
They're turning people with OCD into people with ADD. This is what they're doing. This shit, man. It's so horrible, bro.
Yeah, no, it's just crazy because, yeah, man, there's so much stuff that never used to bother me when I was younger, and I look at it like, what the fuck is this, you know? But yeah, movies is a great point, Angel. Yo, there's not a lot of classics, bro.
Point,
yeah. I love that he brought that point because I don't think we've talked about that. Yeah, movies. When was the last time you saw a classic that was rewatchable? I'll start with WSN. The Young Man in the Building. What was the last classic movie you saw that was like, I got to see this again?
Man, classic movie? Like, oh, bro, I don't even watch that. I'd say probably a Christmas movie, bro. Like Home Alone or something like that. That's probably be the last time.
It's a classic.
Yep.
What are you saying? One that came out recently that was a classic?
Yeah, I was talking about one that came out recent, but I mean that kind of adds to the point that there is none.
Yeah.
I mean, the last good movie that I saw that maybe has some rewatchability was probably the first Hangover, or
that was classic.
Yeah, or what's the other one?
I've seen like there's been like maybe one a year like that. I was like Top Gun 2 was incredible. Yeah, Top Gun.
Was great.
Yeah, that was incredible. That was a classic. Like
it was great. But I'll never watch it again personally.
You wouldn't like Black Klansman was incredible.
That was great.
Green Book, like there's they're like certain every like once a year hit you with something that you could watch, but you know I'll still go back to the old time classics. But I can't. Other than that, it's really hard to think of anything classic coming out.
This is probably one of my favorite.
Superbad was
Superbad.
That was
McLovin is a legend, bro.
McLovin. Oh man, that was classic.
Yep. Django was great as well. I mean, Quentin Tarantino just does that. That's what he does, man. He just drops bangers. That's what he does. There was a new one that Quentin Tarantino dropped about this old man. I don't know if y'all seen it, but he's killing Nazis in it. It's pretty good. But
is that the one that's about to come out?
It's like Swiss or something like that. I don't know what it's called.
It's got like a German name or something, isn't it?
Yeah,
Got the one that's got some numbers on the front. Okay,
yeah, that's
Tarantino. Okay,
I think that's Tarantino. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. I think the problem with movies is like all the classic like directors are just working at a slower pace. You know what I mean? Like him, Scorsese, like all those dudes that were just killing movies, man. Just like doing it. Those dudes got older. They're working at slower paces, and all the classic older actors. You know what I mean? They're just not.
There you go. This is the name of the movie right there. For those of you that
I haven't heard of that.
Sound like a female rapper.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
That's
Sizzle.
Wait, I know one that I have probably seen about 5 or 6 times. That was the Wolf of Wall Street, man.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
Wolf of Wall Street, man.
Get the lewds. Yeah, that scene, bro. That scene where he like thought he was like crawling out of the car, didn't hit anything.
Bro,
like, oh my god, bro.
He said, get off the phone.
That's like what year did that movie come out? Like
I would say like
early 2010s.
Like mid-teens, probably, right? I don't think that movie's 10 years old.
Yeah, but Law-Abiding Citizen is a great one too.
Law-Abiding Citizen was a great one.
You guys are gonna be like, damn! But I just watched Coach Carter like last week. My first time watching it.
It's a good movie.
It's my first time watching it, bro. I'm like, where's this movie been all my life?
Law-Abiding Citizen is a good one.
You got to put him onto all the classic sport movies, guys.
Yeah, that's real.
Like He Got Game. Jesus Shuttlesworth, all of that, man. You got to watch all that stuff, bro.
Yeah, there's so many, bro.
Yeah,
there's so many.
I just saw the sequel to White Man Can't Jump, And you know what? I expected an abomination, but it was actually watchable. I'll give it.
Okay, let me. I'll take it. I haven't brought myself to watch it yet.
I'll give it that. I was expecting, like, I was like, let me pop in this, let me watch this movie and make fun of it. Like, that's the only reason. Kind of like Fast and
I caught the old school reference of pop in the movie. Yeah. So, I was about to watch it the other night. I had it ready to go. I was ready to load up. You know what I did?
Yeah.
Ended up watching the old one again.
That's right. That's about the way it goes.
I will watch it though. I will watch it though.
All right, final question, y'all. Before I let y'all go, start one, bench one, cut one. You guys know I love to play this game, man.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Music genres, okay? 3: country, musicals, and opera. Start one, bench one, cut one. I know they all kind of suck, but I'm making it hard for y'all, man.
Country, musical, and opera. Is what it was?
Musicals and opera. That shit.
Kill opera, bro.
You said what?
Kill opera for sure.
You're killing opera.
John Morant, the opera, bro.
John Morant, the opera.
Okay. I'm gonna have to roll with y'all now. I'm gonna have to roll with you. I'm gonna cut opera.
I think I'm gonna start.
I'm a bench country because there's a couple country tracks that I can roll.
Man.
And I'm gonna keep the musicals, man, because Under the Sea, old school Under the Sea. That's still my jam. That's still my jam.
Wait, you went Disney, huh? That's hilarious. My man said Under the Sea. All right, check it out. Okay, so this is a little bit harder. Rap, R&B, and oldies. Start one, bench one, cut one.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Repeat that again.
Rap, R&B, and oldies. You got to start one, bench one, cut one.
Okay, so I'm gonna start rap / hip hop. I'm gonna bench R&B because R&B can be oldies. I'm gonna kick out oldies.
Damn, I'm hurt. I thought I knew you, Jeff. I thought I knew you, bro.
R&B is my R&B is it's an impossible answer though. But if you think about it, like if you're talking something like The Temptation, that's Rhythm and Blues, that's R&B. You know what I mean? Even though it's old, you know what I mean? So
but it don't count. You can't listen to it no more if you cut it, brother.
Don Terrio definitely from the South, bro. He says start country.
That's my same list. Yeah, that's my same list.
Man.
They play country at his Wendy's out there though. But if that's the rule, then I'm starting rap benching oldies and cutting R&B.
Yeah,
it hurts any path.
It hurts. I love R&B.
Oldies is just, man, those rainy day oldies are just nothing hits like it. But yeah,
that's true. All right. What you
got? Now, question. Oldies, we talking
everything.
Temptations, oldies. Are we talking Jagged Edge as an oldie?
That's what I'm saying. Like, because oldies
Jagged Edge
now
is R&B, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. So oldies, I'm just going Ray Charles, Temptations, everything Motown and beyond, man.
Okay, so you're talking a genre. Okay, the era more than a genre. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I can cut oldies. I'm a bench rap, and I'm definitely starting that R&B thing. I gotta get that R&B.
That's how I know Mees is a lover, man.
I could throw John B on all day. You know what I mean?
Oh man!
As soon as we cut the camera, he's gonna start grinding on his
like a
We ready?
I see you, Mees. Okay, I love R&B.
You cannot win this in any shape or form.
You can't win.
I'd have to bench R&B and then start rap and then cut oldies.
Okay,
R&B is cool, bro. I mean, Givion's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love R&B. I love R&B, man. It's a hard decision. I guess by default you'd have to cut oldies, right? Just because of all the variety the newer genres have, like you're literally cutting off the present and the future if you go any other route, right? So, all right, let's move on to sports. Start one, bench one, cut one. Football, basketball, baseball.
That's easy.
Starting back. For me, I'm starting basketball. I'm benching baseball, and I'm cutting football.
Okay, I'm switching.
Wow.
I'm starting basketball.
I'm a baseball guy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Starting basketball, benching football, cutting baseball.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Listen, 5 years ago it would have been start football, but I'm gonna say start basketball, bench football, and then baseball. I don't even know anything about it, to be honest with you.
You know what's crazy? I grew up a bigger baseball fan than a basketball fan. When the strike happened, I loved basketball. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But then I leaped from there. But I was a major baseball nerd. I still rock with baseball.
See, we just found out 2 new things about you guys. My man started off in baseball. My man started off in football. That's pretty cool, man. It's cool. This is why I asked the questions. I get to know y'all a little bit more. The chat gets to know y'all a little bit more. So that's pretty cool, man. I'm right there with me. So basketball is my life. So basketball first, football second, baseball third. But I like baseball. I don't love baseball. I like it. You know,
I'm a degenerate in all three, so I can't go wrong in any. And I'm prepared to talk shit in all three as well. So
that's right. That's right.
Like,
all right, snacks edition.
Here we go. Here we go.
Snickers, Twix, Hershey's. Start with bench one, cut one.
That's easy.
Oh, go ahead. Since you got it first.
So I'm gonna start Hershey's, no question. And then you said Snickers and then Twix.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Bench Snickers and then cut Twix.
Oh dang!
But Hershey's definitely number one.
Okay, so I'm starting Snickers. I'm benching Twix and I'm cutting Hershey's.
Same order I got right there, man. Me and Snickers, we go in, man.
Yeah,
man. You know what? For me,
I'm keeping left and right Twix.
It's hard because I love Hershey's as well. I'm right there with you, WSN.
I love
Hershey's, bro. Especially the one with the almonds. Game over.
Oh yeah.
So I
get the king size.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta pause.
Yeah, yo.
Good catch. Hey, you got your rebound. You got your rebound.
As long as you don't say that about Snicker, bro. That's the one with the veins and
put it back there. Good job.
That's the one with the veins and shit. All right. So I'm starting Snickers. I'm benching Hershey's, and I gotta unfortunately cut Twix because Twix has a very good flavor, but the more I eat it, the quicker I get tired of it. It has like a low tolerance level for Twix. So yeah, that's my order. But the chat got involved. Let's see what my man right here says. Start Hershey's, bench Twix, and cuts. You can't cut Snickers. You can't cut Snickers.
Blockafeller Records.
You cannot cut Snickers, bro. Dante says start Hershey's, bench Snickers, and cut it. Okay. As
long as he cut Snickers.
Yeah,
that's blasphemy, bro.
Yeah,
that's like me. That's like me trading Braun. Like, come on.
That's right. Come on, man.
My man said not the king size.
Yo,
Don calls that Braun size, right? He calls
oh man.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah, talk to me.
Hey, bro. I got a curveball question for you, bro.
Okay, go ahead. Drop it. That's the first time in the history of the show somebody asked me a question. Go ahead.
What individual made you fall in love with the game?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
All day?
My family was watching the Lakers before I was even born. And so every time I walk in the living room, there was a game playing. So even before I liked basketball, like at 5, I would pay attention. I'm like, who is this guy with the fro, man? He's phenomenal. You know, and that's what really got me. Like in his rookie season, I could see that potential, man, since I was a kid. So, I was born in 1990. I'm 32 years of age. Kobe Bryant, right when he came into the league is when I started watching little by little and eventually fell in love with this man and everything he brought to the table. And that's what got me into basketball. But just his passion, bro, it just translated through the TV screen. Like my family loves Kobe like he was one of ours, man. And I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. So, Kobe Bryant, man. Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant, bro. I remember going to a Warriors game. That's when I first started hating him. I went to a Warriors game. Curry was still so young, and Kobe Bryant versus Monte Ellis, bro. I was a kid. It was in the Bay. I was wearing that Kobe Bryant jersey, man. And I remember people were like fighting with me. There's some drunk man arguing with me. Like, it's Kobe all day, yo.
I wish I was there with you, bro. I would have broke my other hand up in that ass. I would have just went in, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
From mine was Magic. Magic. Like I got the end of Magic, the very end, like the 91 finals, like that, man. And then had then Mike was just incredible. And then of course Kobe, Shaq. But me, it's Magic Johnson. The first time I saw him run up down the court, just pointing people where to go, I'm like, that's a boss. And I was just like I was like, Magic took baseball and pushed it aside. It's the second I saw Magic Johnson.
What about yours, me? Since you asked the question, bro, I'm curious.
Man, born and raised in Inglewood, the Showtime era was mom and dad's era, so I was immersed in it, but didn't watch the game like that.
Same.
So my first memories is Chick Hearn's voice, out the womb. But watching the game, the first where I really watched the game was when Magic came back against Golden State, hit him with the fake and scored. But the one who made me fall in love with the game was Nick the Quick. Nick the Quick Van Axel. He's the one where I started watching every day and started taping games. And then, of course, Kobe and Shaq came. But Nick the Quick, man.
Fun fact. One of my favorite Laker role players all time was Glenn Rice. Even though he didn't live up to the hype when we acquired him, I used to love him when he was with Charlotte. And when the Lakers got him, I was hyped, bro. I thought
real talk.
Raps for Glenn Rice. But This is, I mean, I asked my brother a long time the same question, and to my surprise, even though he's the first original diehard Laker fan in my family, my oldest brother, who's about like 13 years older than me, and this guy, he told me a fun fact that I never knew. All right, this was recent. I probably like last year I asked him that he used to sign his initials MJ because he started watching Michael Jordan. So Jordan, even though he's a diehard Laker fan, got us all into it, all of his siblings, my mom, everybody. He was initially a Michael Jordan fan. That's nuts, right?
Wow.
Like, how do you make that leap, right? You would think he's a Bulls fan.
Yeah.
That's the power of the Lakers. They pull
That's
you
real.
in, baby.
That's real.
MJ Kobe.
Yeah,
Man.
that's
They kind of play the
another thing
same.
right there. All right, let's finish off this snack edition. That was a great question, by the way, Mees. Way to segue back to basketball, sir. My man said we didn't get enough, man. Ball is life.
We're not talking around the fridge. We're talking around the league. Let's go this way.
Yo, that's a good one. Hey, you just gave somebody a name for a show, bro.
Let's do it.
All right, second question, man. Cut one, bench one, start one. Snacks edition. Hot fries, hot Cheetos, hot Funyuns. Hot.
Oh my God! Come on.
Fried Cheetos and then what again?
Hot Cheetos, hot fries, or hot Funyuns? Start one, bench one, cut.
So I'm starting hot Cheetos. I'm benching hot fries and hot Funyuns. Get out of here.
Really?
I can eat them. I can eat them, but hot fries, man. Hot fries, that's what we had in school.
Hot
man.
fries are bangers.
Hot fries and hot Cheetos, like, bro. I mean, come on. If you don't, that's one of those. That's like benching. That's like cutting Snickers.
I can't do. I'm cutting hot Cheetos.
What?
Let me tell you why.
I'm gonna kick myself out this room. How do I do
this? In my family, they all ate hot Cheetos and they all destroyed their stomachs. So my mom would always tell us to stay away from hot Cheetos. And even though the other ones are pretty bad as well, I'd love hot fries, and hot Funyuns are probably my favorite.
I like hot Funyuns, but man, I get you.
I'm starting hot Funyuns. I'm cutting hot Cheetos and I'm benching hot fries.
Yeah, they give me the stomach. I want to rock with it, but hot Cheetos is goated.
It is.
You didn't know no one. You didn't know anyone without red fingers. You know what I mean? They walk around like. Walking around like.
Listen, we Mexicans would put Lucas on the hot Cheetos when we were
young. We
shake that motherfucker up, man. We couldn't have enough hot. All right, Mees, what you starting? What you benching? What you cutting?
I'm gonna go with the hot fries. I'm gonna bench the hot Cheetos and I'm gonna cut hot
Funyuns.
The Funyuns only because I've never had.
You never had hot Funyuns? Oh, you
never had hot Funyuns.
Hey, listen, yo, Mees, you owe me dinner, bro, because I put you into the office.
Hey, let's do it.
I'm gonna put you on the hot Funyuns. Yo, go try some hot Funyuns, bro. Go buy.
Do you like regular Funyuns? Do you like regular Funyuns?
Oh, heck yeah.
You had regular Funyuns, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's back in the day off the ice cream truck, bro.
Yeah. So, the Funyuns are good, and the hot ones are good. I just like the others way more.
You got to try the hot Funyuns ASAP, bro. And then you got to text me and tell me what your rating was.
Oh, for sure.
WSM, bro, talk to me, bro.
Yeah. Hey, listen, like living in LA, they got the OGs with the carts, man. They got the hot Cheetos and the Takis, man, and they put the lemon in it. Hot Cheetos. I'm going hot Cheetos 1. I'm gonna go hot fries 2, and I'm gonna go Funyuns 3.
Okay. So I'm the only one starting Funyuns up in the chat. Okay.
They're good. Don't get me wrong. They're good.
Yeah. No, they're my goats, man. When it comes to the spicy stuff, they're my goats. But that's just me personally. All right. Last one. Snacks edition. Brownies. Okay. Honey buns. Rice Krispies. Start one, bench one, cut one.
Ooh.
Oh, that's easy, bro.
All right.
That's easy, bro. Give me them. And here's a secret. You gotta put the honey buns on 9 seconds in the microwave, not 10.
True.
They gotta be on 9 seconds in the microwave. Crack.
Heat those jams up, yeah.
Absolute crack. So I'm going with the honey buns, and I'm gonna go with the Rice Krispies, and then the brownies.
Then the brownies. Okay, that's a good one.
9 seconds though. That's the key.
9 seconds. Yes, sir. I'm pretty sure everybody's tried that. At least if you're in the hood, you had to have tried that, bro. It's gotta be.
Man, they're all good, bro. If I'm going the homemade route of all these, I'm going brownies 1. Gotta have killer frosting though. Brownies 1, homemade Rice Krispies, not the store-bought joints. The homemade Rice Krispies are fire. And then I can't cook, man. Yeah, I gotta cut the honey bun. which is crazy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh man, hey, somebody's sleeping in the couch tonight. You cutting?
There you go, Dutch.
Come on,
me and Dontario are snack binding today. Look at this. We're snack binding.
Wait, Dom is cutting the honey buns too? Oh, blast.
Oh no.
That's because he didn't put it in for 9 seconds. That's what it is.
Yeah, that is what it is. Yep, for sure. What you got, WSN? What you cutting, bro?
Yeah, I got to cut brownies because I'm getting I had a bad memory. Cut brownies.
Oh yeah. I feel you, Robbie.
You sure it was a bad or a good memory? Which one?
It was bad. It was bad. It had me knocking on my own door saying, "Who is it?"
Oh shit! Yeah.
I go Rice Krispies. One.
Let's hope Mom and Pops don't watch this episode.
Just gonna let that slide. Oh my god!
I gotta cut brownies, and then
his new nickname is Knock Knock. Okay, but let's.
Yo, that's crazy. Oh, well,
Brownie to have you prank calling yourself, man. This is crazy.
Man, I gotta hit him with it.
No comment.
Getting hit by a parked car, man. Getting hit by a parked car.
Oh man,
that's bad, man. Hey, listen, man. I don't know about y'all, but I'm about to go grab me a snack. So this is about to wrap it up for us, man. On Around the League.
Leave the show hungry. Always leave the show.
Always, right? Anytime we bring up snacks, got to, man. I'm a foodie. I love food, man. What can I say? Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Much love to everybody. The whole panel was great, man. Shout out to WSN, Mees, and Empire Jeff. If you guys have any shout outs, anything you guys want to get off, anything to promote, now's your shot, man. Let's start with Mees. Take it away.
First of all, shout out to my cousin Dan, man. My man Dan was out there. I saw the footage. I didn't want to share nobody. I saw he came, cocked it back.
Jamming on him, bro. Vince Carter stuff.
You know, when you hit the rim and hit the wrist, I saw it with my own 2 eyes, man. But he still showed up with the injury, still got it in. So shout out to my cousin, bro. Shout out to WSN, Empire Jeff, 2 brilliant dudes, and of course, well, the cousin Dom, man. Keeping it hilarious in the chat, man. Love y'all, bro. But yeah, man, you know, hit me up, Me's the GM. I know it kind of got a little quiet on Twitter because I'm still salty. I ain't gonna lie, I'm still a little salty, but y'all always raise my spirits, man. So hit me up, man. Rock with Me's on YouTube, man. We're trying to pump out the content, keep people smiling, man, going through hard times, trying to put the smile on people's faces.
Hey, listen, man, he got some hilarious content. Y'all gotta definitely rock with me.
Sure.
Coming through, man. We're trying.
We got 197 people in here, man. I want to see at least 100 new subscribers on Me's channel, man. Come on, show brother love, man. Definitely go over there and holler at your boy, man. Hey, by the way, I gotta tap in, man. I gotta watch your latest video. I've been seeing the notifications.
For sure.
Appreciate you, bro. And yeah, listen, WSN knows all about this hand right here.
Yeah, hey.
Whoa. No, wait.
Oh my god.
3-game winners, man. How many game winners? 3-game winners.
2 of them were on me.
Oh,
man, he's with the tres puntos. Look at it.
Oh, yeah.
I get buckets, man. This is my bucket getter hand right here. But he's actually talking about. Shout out to WSN, his cousin. He came out the hoop this weekend, man. But you know, funny story. I actually messed up my hand because I didn't rest it, bro. From getting so much buckets one day, I went the next day to hoop. So I gotta chill out on that. Doctor said
hand playing back to back.
But go ahead, WSN. Give me a shout out, bro.
Yeah, no, hey, shout out to Dan, shout out to me, shout out to Jeff. This is a GOAT panel. I love this panel. So thanks for having me as always, man. Bunch of good basketball minds. Cool to have fun with y'all, talk with y'all, and hey, man, hopefully we win the chip next year, bro.
Man, for sure.
That's all I gotta say. Lakers in 3 next year.
I like that. Speak that into existence, my friend. And of course, follow my guy, man. Tell him your social medias, bro. Don't be that modest. All right, we need to get your followers up right now.
Where is it? WSN fits right here on Twitter.
There he is. Follow my guy, man. Definitely knows ball. I chop it up with him from time to time. He knows his stuff for real. For a young guy, he definitely got an old soul, man. So I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate that.
Empire Jeff, go ahead, bro.
As usual, shout out to Dan, man. He's the captain of the ship. We just happy to be on board. Shout out to Dan. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Danny out here playing hurt. You know, he got the busted hand up there, so he's got no excuse but to come back with a stronger left hand.
I'm on my Jordan 2 game, bro.
I expect him to come back with a stronger left hand. You know what I mean? Put in the work there.
The pimp hand is strong, man.
There we go. You know? Shout out to them. Obviously, Me's my guy. You know, just continue to build this chemistry. You know, WSN, my guy's keeping us young up here. He's very good at what he does. You know, me and him talk, you know, back and forth with sports too. He gives great takes for a young basketball fan. He knows a lot of shit. So respect to you, young fella. And And obviously, shout out our producer of the night, hiding in the chat, acting like he's a fan of here, but he's the producer of the show tonight. Mr. Don Terrio over there, Mr. Wendy's in the spell. Shout out to Don, man. That's our brother. We love you, man. We'll catch you
Mr.
soon.
He'll be on next week for sure, man.
He'll be on. He's gonna be on with a Wendy's bag. Have a Frosty all over the screen. So he'll be back.
With the hot potato.
The brisket boys back in the building. But yeah, so if anyone, any of you guys that if I'm not driving you crazy and you actually like what I bring to the table, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at EmpireJeff_ and on YouTube at EmpireJeffTV. This summer I'm gonna putting a lot out there, man. I'm getting there. I'm putting some content out. It's coming soon. And once again, just thanks, Dan, and then you guys, man. It's always a pleasure. Never take it for granted.
Man, pleasure having you, boys. And listen, definitely subscribe to these guys, man. This guy definitely knows what he's talking about. Empire Jeff. What was it called again? Empire Jeff TV? What is it called again?
Yeah, Empire Jeff TV is YouTube.
Empire Jeff TV. I'm already subscribed, but I forget names. Y'all know me.
If it's not on the screen, I might forget it myself.
Yeah, it happens to me on my second channel. I forget to promote it sometimes. But definitely subscribe to my dog, man. He knows everything about it. And he's learning even more about this new CPA, man. I go to him for a number crunching when it comes to all this stuff, man. This is why when WSN said something, I said, Jeff, get him.
I appreciate y'all.
But yeah, man, listen, I had a blast with you guys, man. And shout out to Don Terrio for being a good sport, man. He took one for the team. He'll be back next week. And I got to say this, man. It's a long summer. We'll be here for you guys all summer long. So make sure you tap in, subscribe, hit the like on this channel as well. And I will see you guys on the next one, all right? Enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace out.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Peace out, yo.